Welcome to our YouTube channel, dedicated to exploring the latest insights and opportunities in the world of finance and investments, with a special focus on currency revaluation, gold and silver investments, cryptocurrency, and make money online opportunities and more. If you're interested in staying up to date on the latest developments in currency revaluation, particularly the Iraq Dinar and other currencies, best to subscribe to this channel. Please note that the content on this YouTube channel is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the opinions expressed on this channel are based on our own research and personal experience. We strongly recommend that you do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a weekly giveaway of 100 Dogecoin. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and watch this video until the end, because if you don't, you'll be automatically disqualified from the giveaway. We will be sharing the random hashtag keyword daily, and then comment hashtag the keyword in the comment section. Also, today being Sunday, we will be announcing the lucky weekly winner from this week's giveaway. Good luck! Now let's continue with the latest Iraq Dinar Intel provider news today. Please take any of these information with a grain of salt and do your own research. Let's be real. Everyone's talking about the rising tensions between the US and Iran right now, but what most people aren't talking about is how this directly affects Iraq's next move, especially when it comes to the revaluation or reinstatement of their currency. Now, I know some folks are saying this conflict is just noise, but others believe it's the last piece that needed to fall into place before Iraq could finally move forward. And the latest updates? They're pointing to a major shift quietly happening in the background. That could change everything. So, if you've been waiting, wondering, and watching for that moment when things finally align, stick around. I'll break down what's really happening beneath the headlines, and why this might be one of the most overlooked but important moments in this entire RV journey. Then, I'll give you my final analysis at the end. From Intel Guru Frank 26. Security and stability is now rampant at the CBI, at the GOI, because those that were stealing your country's Iraqis' value are gone. From Newshound Guru Sandy Ingram, why is the IQD not globally traded? First, it's because of capital controls. Iraq restricts the flow of its currency across borders. Second, there's a lack of market. From Intel Newshound Guru Mark Z via PDK, here is one we need to watch because of the timing. We are seeing some correlation between stablecoin and the digital dinar, with a potential rate of up to 322 cents, but I still think it will be higher. From Intel Guru Bruce via Wiser Now, rates have not been on redemption center screens. I don't know if they are back up yet. My belief is that we'll get all new rates on Sunday evening after the Forex reopens. They might come up on the bank screens and redemption center screens before the Forex opens at 5 p.m. Sunday. From Intel Guru, Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground Report, from Firefly. Mr. Sammy said when July hits and salaries are paid on the cards, only the people that didn't get their accounts open in the banks like they were instructed to, only those people are in for a big surprise. It's their own fault. They were warned constantly to come in, bring in your mattress dinars, and open the accounts that we have established for you. We think this will help push the hordes of cash Iraqi citizens have in their homes. They won't get paid. From Frank, get in there and activate those accounts and get that card. If you do not, when they do raise the value, you're not going to get yours. From Newshound, Intel Guru Mountain Goat. Wednesday was my usual call to Iraq. I was told that if this Iranian issue can be resolved quickly, as within a couple weeks, they fully intend to move ahead with currency reform very quickly. The only solid reason holding it back now is Iran. They had wanted to conduct the process prior to any real aggression from Israel, but would not get the go-ahead from the U.S. to move forward. Remember, Iraq needs the full support of the U.S. for the project to delete the zeros because the next stage preceding it has to be the reinstatement. I was told, and I quote, Technically, if all goes correctly and these nuclear sites do get destroyed, we can expect the currency reform process to move ahead very quickly. From Newshound Guru. Jeff, I stressed we weren't going to see the rate change till Iran is dealt with. As you see, that stands true. Iraq has not revalued because they're waiting on a resolution between Iran and the United States. Whether it's based on an unconditional ceasefire or an agreement has been reached from military action. That's what we're waiting on. The war can either go very quick or take a little while, depending on whether foreign countries get involved. From Newshound Guru Sandy Ingram. U.S. News Report, militia threatening to shut down the Strait of Hormuz. It will do Iraq no good for oil prices to double or even triple if they cannot deliver the oil to the world. This could be a massive, massive blow to the Iraqi economy, including the IQD. From Newshound Guru, Militiaman. They aren't going to tell us exactly when something's going to happen. They're not going to tell you how much it's going to happen at. They can't do that. And there's obvious reasons for that. From Newshound/Intel Guru, FNU-LNU. Iraq has not completed the requirements for ascension to the WTO. They are one halfway down the list of requirements. There is a meeting scheduled in August to go over what has been completed and what yet needs to be completed. It is an assessment and consultation only. The ascension is not dependent on the revaluation. Once the membership has been reestablished, they will consult on the needed value to facilitate global trade. From Intel Guru Frank 26 Iraq Boots on the Ground report from Firefly TV talking about we are preparing for our fourth meeting to join the WTO. From Frank, I believe this is the last meeting with the WTO before ascension, mainly because everything is in place and so is the WTO. Shoot, they've been putting it in place for 3 meetings? From Newshound Guru Samson. Article, Transportation, significant progress in the plan to lift the European ban on Iraqi flights. From Newshound Guru Walking Stick, Iraqi banking friend update. From Aki, the 1310 is dropping dramatically. The water cooler talk is this whole thing will come out as a whole number at the onset, like 1-to-1, because it'll be on par in a basket. Not right away, but it will eventually be paired to the American dollar. Before ending with the last update, the hashtag keyword for the 100 Dogecoin giveaway is Intelli-nvest. This will be for next Sunday's giveaway. Now let's announce who's the lucky winner of the 100 Dogecoin. The lucky winner is shown on the screen. Congratulations! Please contact us via email, and the email contact will be provided under the description of this video. On the email, please use 100 Dogecoin winner in the subject line and provide your Dogecoin address. We will also reply to your original comment if you are at least a basic member of this channel and let you know that you are the winner as well. You have 4 days to claim your prize. Okay, let's move on. From Newshound Guru Sandy Ingram, we need to ask ourselves, has Iraq been lying to us about previous banking improvements? The answer is yes and no. They were doing what they said they were doing, but not what the Department of Treasury required. We were led to believe Iraq would be able to integrate without error with international banks. That belief was incorrect. Here's what Iraq is doing as per the Treasury Department's and the Iraqi Prime Minister's demand. Article, Iraq announces major banking sector overhaul. The plan involves major restructuring of both public and private banks with top global consultants enlisted to guide the transformation. Ernst & Young will oversee reforms of state-owned banks. And finally, the last one, from Intel Guru Frank 26. Allah concerning the exchange rate. Yes, he will release it when he thinks it's time. I think he's realizing that we are now at that point. I believe all the meetings they have been having with the IMF and the U.S. Treasury has convinced Allah that the time is now perfect, especially with the security and stability we have. After going over all the major updates, let's take a step back and talk about what all of this really means, because when you connect the dots, it paints a much bigger picture than most people realize. First off, the WTO developments are not just another meeting in the background. They're a clear signal of how far Iraq has come in aligning itself with international standards. The fourth meeting, coming up this August, is not about starting from scratch. It's about reviewing what's already been implemented, from updated tariff laws and intellectual property protections to banking reforms and customs transparency. That's huge. Some, like FNU-LNU, downplay this progress, saying Iraq is only halfway to WTO membership and implying it somehow delays or triggers the RV. But that's just not how this works. The WTO does not dictate exchange rates. That's the Central Bank of Iraq's role, in coordination with the IMF. So while WTO accession is definitely important for investor confidence and long-term integration, it's not a prerequisite and certainly not the bottleneck for a revaluation or reinstatement. Now let's pivot to Jeff's update, which, to be fair, echoes what many in the dinar community believe, that Iraq won't move forward until the Iran situation is resolved. And yes, there's some truth in that. Iran's influence in Iraq is real politically, economically, even through proxies. And any conflict involving Iran can shake regional stability. But saying the RV hinges entirely on Iran-US relations? That's speculative at best. There's no official policy or document that says Iraq is on pause, waiting for a ceasefire or a nuclear site strike. The truth is, Iraq has been aggressively pursuing reforms despite Iran's shadow, launching the digital dinar, tightening control over informal currency channels, partnering with global auditors like Ernst & Young, and moving toward IMF Article of Aid compliance. These are independent steps toward monetary sovereignty. If anything, Iraq is moving away from external dependency, not waiting around for Iran. And that brings us back to one of the strongest signals this week, the comments from Claire, quoting advisor Mazar Saleh. He made it clear that the recent spike in the parallel market dollar rate is just colorful noise driven by Iran-Israel conflict, not by any weakness in Iraq's monetary foundation. What's more important is what's backing the official rate. Iraq's foreign reserves, which are now over $100 billion and capable of covering more than 15 months of imports. That's 5 times the global standard and a clear indicator of Iraq's strength, stability, and readiness. This kind of reserve cushion supports exactly the kind of monetary move we're all waiting for, whether it's a float, a managed appreciation, or a reinstatement. In my opinion, the combination of WTO progress, regional stability efforts, record-breaking reserves, and aggressive internal reforms all point to one thing. Iraq is strategically setting the stage. Yes, there are geopolitical risks that could cause short-term delays, but the foundation is solid. Iraq isn't just waiting for the perfect moment, they're building it. And that's why I believe we're closer than most realize to seeing something big. That's my final analysis for today. Also, we released a breaking news article video the other day. Iraq just made a major move toward joining the World Trade Organization by completing comprehensive technical responses, an essential step that signals a shift toward full international integration. While this might seem like a routine headline, it's actually one of the strongest signs that Iraq could be preparing to move off the program rate and take the dinar global. In this video, I'll break down how this development ties directly into the RVRI process, how it connects with IMF Article of 8 compliance, and why this moment could indicate the beginning of the end for the 1300 rate. If you've been watching for the clues and waiting for confirmation that Iraq is ready, this is the update you don't want to overlook. Most people will miss the significance until it's too late. Please go ahead and check it out by clicking on the link on the top right of this video, as you don't want to miss this. Lastly, please drop a comment below with hashtag and the keyword and let us know what you think. If you like this content and like to support this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified when new videos are uploaded. See you on the next video.